Well, good evening, everybody. Happy 4th of July. We are so excited to have you join us this evening on this holiday where there are fireworks going off and bright colors in the sky. We're promising you a lot of bright colors right here tonight at Hen and Chick Studio. I'm Heidi. I've got Goldie and Virginia, our twin daughters, with us this evening, and for the next hour we are going to be showing you all sorts of quilts and been talking about why we're showing you those quilts. So as we get rolling and get things started and give everybody a chance to get on, first of all, we love to know where people are watching from. So be sure to check in and tell us, what state you're watching from. Many of you know that we love to help promote creativity and inspiration, I'll say, from coast to coast. And the new Coast to Coast charm is up on the website, and we have fun knowing that that we're touching all of the states. And I certainly hope that this month we can do that. Another reminder, it's a busy week here at Hen and Chick Studio, and on Wednesday night, right here at the same time, same location, we're going to be back doing a creative conversation with Shelly Robson from the Quilted Forest. So if you haven't signed up to get that insight, coming up with new ideas and lots of ways to inspire you, and we've got some different things going on, so there'll be no Stash Buster challenge for a while. So just want to make sure that you know that. But don't forget, there are lots, and I mean lots, of free patterns available on our website. So you, of course, can still go to the Stash Buster, but tonight is something different. This is the 4th year in a row. Back up. Okay, we'll go get there. All right. We love technology around here. And you know what? Aren't we lucky that we can be able to be so mobile and all of that, and the fact that we can sell all of these quilts and everything, that is absolutely amazing. So it is live TV as well, if you want to say it. It's live TV, so we got to deal with things as we go. Okay, so why are we here tonight? We're selling store samples, and for the 4th year in a row, we're selling all of those with 100% of the cost of the quilt going to a good cause. Year 1, we divided the money we raised between ALS, because Jerry, who works here, her husband died of ALS, and the school. They had a backpack program for school lunches and different things. Year number 2, we donated the money to a young boy who was fighting leukemia, and his dad was doing some work for me. Year 3, we divided the money between a teacher, a local teacher who is fighting NETs, as well as the American Cancer Society Researchers, which is all about women who are researching cancer and different things through the American Cancer Society. And this year, all of our proceeds will be going to Peyton Pekarik. She's from Union, so that's local. For those of you who do not know, we're here in Conrad, and Union is part of our school system. It's actually the town we live in, or live outside of. And Peyton is 19. She graduated 2 years ago from high school, and you can learn more about her exact cancer, her story, her journey on the website henandchickstudio.com/power4peyton. And at the bottom of that page is the link to all of the quilts that we're showing tonight. Now, we're also going to be giving you a SKU number, and so it'll be FS, okay? So we don't get confused on that. All of them start with F as in finished, S as in sample, all right? So they're a finished sample, FS, and then it'll be a number that goes with that. And just to make sure that we're clear on a couple of details, Goldie and Virginia, can one of you tell me the price of one of these quilts that we're going to show? Let's grab this one since it's small. Okay, so this is Shiny Objects Ribbon Candy.
FS 512.
So this is FS 512, and the cost is
$52.50.
you should turn around so you can hear it.
$52.50.
Okay, so if you're in Iowa, we have to charge a 7% sales tax. That would be in addition to that amount. And if you're gonna pick it up, then there's no shipping. If we have to ship it to you, there will be an additional $8.50. By all means, at this point, that's also a bargain because the USPS keeps raising. But back to, how much was it? $53.52?
$52.50.
All right, $52.50. And if you wonder why they're funny numbers, it's because we just did a square inch calculation to make them all comparable so that they all have a comparable price. And it's simply what that is. We didn't take the time to round them up or make them any different. It is what it is. But that entire amount of that $52.50 is going to go directly to Peyton. I don't get any. That's all 100% going to her. Again, the sales tax will go to the government. The shipping will go to USPS. But the 100% of the cost of the price. Now, one of the things that even if you're watching tonight and you think, you know what, hey, I can't buy a quilt tonight. You know what? You might know somebody. So tag them. Share this to your page. Text somebody and say, hey, get on Facebook tonight and see the quilts. I apologize. We ran out of time before, but I do know that we're over $4,000 as of today with the quilts that have already been sold since the 1st of July, and that is amazing. And thank you to all of you who have been making those purchases. It is overwhelming to me. I'm trying to focus and not cry tonight because we have a lot of pretty quilts to show. So without further ado, we're going to start showing you quilts. All right, so this is Shiny Object, and this was FS 512. Okay, let's go, girls. Next one. Let's go. Keep them coming up here, and I'll get behind here and try to.
This is FS 624.
FS 624.
It's $634.
And it is custom quilted. I actually made this quilt, and I have to just get up here and show you a little bit of the detail. Or Goldie, come a little closer. It is all custom quilted with feathers and all sorts of details in this particular quilt. I did not do the quilting, but it is custom quilted.
This one is FS 570. It's $462.
And it happens to be another one that I happened to piece. Now, I didn't do them all. This is a very traditional triple Irish chain, and it has edge-to-edge machine quilting. You want to show the back of it, girls? Just flip it over real quick so they can see the back of it. I think that helps people be able to see that. All right, awesome. How about if I fold it, you girls get the next one. We have a lot of quilts to go through tonight.
This one is FS 620.
And this is actually the antique quilt that inspired the one that you just saw. So this is an antique quilt. It is from my collection, and it inspired the one that you just saw. And how much?
$739.
Very good. Awesome. And one other thing I should be mentioning is that the more comments you make, the more opportunity you are going to have to win prizes at the end of the hour. So please be sure to keep those comments going, and that is wonderful as well. Okay, and just girls, you just flip them down. Don't worry about folding them at the moment. Okay, so we got to keep. There we go. All right, this one is Galactic Explosion. Which way are you going to go?
The SKU for it is FS 531, and it's $828.
It's a nice big quilt. This was I believe it's close to 90 inches. You're going to find all of the measurements for those quilts also on the website. So absolutely look there. But it is a beautiful quilt. It is also custom quilted, and we can bring it up here. This was quilted by quilted memory, and you can see the pretty designs that are in the blocks, as well as on the border and everything.
This
Okay.
SKU for this one is FS507, and it's $512.
All right, this is Garden Party, and this measures 64 by 80 inches, and it is not 1930s fabric, but I would say it is inspired by 1930s fabric. Okay, keep going there. Okay, this
SKU is FS534, and it's $314. This is FS523, and it's $68.20.
All right, and again, keep the comments coming. And so there's quilts and table runners, and there's amounts of all sizes. One thing to remember is there is only one of each one of these. So if you see something that you like, I would not necessarily suggest waiting until the end, because unfortunately, again, they're one of a kind. So there's only one of each one. This is Club Sandwich.
This is FS521, and it's $49.30.
And that is a pattern out of our favorite table runner book. Okay, what have we got next, girls? Got that one? All right, that is
Skipping Stones. The SKU is FS530, and it's $180.
and show the backs. I think it's good to show the backs so they can see what is on the back, and that you can see the quilting on that really well on the back. It's got a very pretty floral motif. Hang on 1 minute, Goldie. I'm going to just move it just a little here so that you can see it is got just such a pretty quilting pattern to it. Okay, next one.
This one is Daydreaming, and the SKU is FS536, and it's $184.
And that is a good wall hanging. Turn, yep, show the back. And come a little closer, we can see the quilting. Very nice. Okay, and then we've got, birthday presents.
The next one is Birthday Presents. The SKU is FS504, and it's $338.
And Goldie, come a little closer because you can see the chicken wire. Isn't that fun with all the, you can see the pretty chicken wire on there. All of our quilts use an 80-20 bat in them. And so they're just a really nice weight, super washable, and able to be used. If you got any that have brighter colors, I would strongly suggest that if you're going to wash and dry them, that you use a Shout color catcher so that you can ensure that color doesn't run to any other.
The SKU for this one is FS528, and it's $354.
And what's the name of it?
Rick Rack Out of Whack.
Oh yeah, Rick Rack Out of Whack. And let's show the back. And this one is a little harder to see the quilting because the fabric is so fun. Come up close. Come up close. You can keep coming. And but you can see that it's very good. Very, very good. All right, this one is Jelly Weave. And Goldie, Virginia, you happened to make this one, didn't you?
Yeah. The SKU for this one is FS510, and it's $657.
And okay, so now I got to turn it around. Can you see the quilting on the back better? Oh yeah, we'll be able to see the quilting on the back. It's kind of a lime green. I don't know that it's coming across that on the screen, but it's a very pretty batik also that goes on the back, and you can see the pretty quilting on that. All right, and once again, if you happen to be joining us late or you want to tell any of your friends, is that 100% of the price of each of these quilts, and if you're wondering like how we calculated that, we took what would be the fabric for the top, the back, the batting, the machine quilting, and just a little bit of sewing time. But really we didn't adjust the prices for the sewing time. So if you want to say that's they could certainly be a lot more expensive if we actually calculated labor in making some of these quilts. Those of you who make quilts know that.
So the SKU for this one is FS 519, and it's $518.
And the quilting on this is so pretty. Can you see it on the back, or do you want to just bring it up to the front? Because you can see it better on the front. And it's so pretty with the florals and vines that are on there. And the back is a very pretty pink and white. And I'm not able to see comments directly on my screen. So I'm having to check back and forth on our computer. So if you've got a question and I don't answer it, we will get to it later. And this is a quilt that is flannel, correct, Goldie?
Yes.
Yep, and Goldie made this one, and I've always told them just to keep making quilts and that we will find somebody to use them. And so this one is...
is FS 546, and it's $413.
Got next one.
The SKU for this one is FS 514, and it's $75.
That was 40 inches square. Remember that one. And
Scrappy Circles. The SKU is FS 621, and it's $160.
And there was a couple of these quilts. If some of you who are regulars at Hidden Chick Studio go, oh my gosh, I don't ever remember that. Some of you know I own another business, and I had acquired some quilts with American Quilt Retailer, my other business, and some of these are samples from there as well. All right, girls, grab the next quilt. Just get it up there. And, okay, and
the SKU for this one is FS 569, and it's $462.
And that is the name of that is?
Mimosa.
I couldn't remember what it was.
Interrupted.
Yep, and that is a beautiful purple back for those of you who love purple. Come this way a little bit and we can see the pretty quilting. It is, again, another beautiful floral and vine quilting. So very nice. Awesome. Oh, here comes a nice warm flannel. We're, of course, thinking about flannel on a day like today in Iowa. But this is adorable. It is absolutely adorable. It is all flannel, front and back, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, FS
549, and it's $474.
Very good. Hard to see the quilting on the back. Can we see it from the front? I can see, oh, it's got some snowflakes. Like I see a snowflake right here. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That one will be great for wrapping up this winter. Here's a smaller one. So we still have lots of different sizes. This one is 36 inches square.
It's FS 501, and it's $130.
And this is Tranquility, Bright and Cheery Tranquility. Is that what it is? Okay. All right, grabbing on to the next one. This is Holy Snowballs. I always love this one.
FS 547, and it's $336.
And it's got beautiful birds in it. Come closer here, Virginia. There's beautiful bluebirds in some of these patterns. And then there's really sweet, again, quilting on it. Can you turn it around? Let's see what it looks like on the back. And it's got, you can see the flowers maybe a little better there. There's a flower and swirl. Okay. Ooh, blessings. And this is where, this is one of those quilts where the pattern is Slideshow. It's called Slideshow Blessings. And the things that it says are, there's nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. Your heart and my heart are very, very old friends. May the gratitude in my heart kiss the universe. And we have so much to be grateful for this evening. And again, I'm so grateful for all of our customers helping us raise money for Peyton. And this quilt is 54 by 66.
FS 500, and it's $356.
And beautiful quilting. That shows very well on that lovely yellow, lemon yellow. It's a very nice. Awesome.
The SKU for this one is FS 503, and it's $523.
All right, we've got Blue Meadows Tranquility. It's actually a Celine Perkins pattern, another great pattern. And it is 36 inches square.
The SKU for that one is FS 509, and it's $130.
So again, when they say it's $130, that means $130 is going directly to Peyton. We'll give her one check at the end of the month after we sell all of these quilts. I believe we have 81 quilts to show you tonight. And, you know, that means we only need 81 people. And if you, even if you're not one of those people, I bet you know somebody that knows somebody that could help us and sell these quilts, because we can ship them anywhere in the United States. So if you, again, know anybody that you can share this post with or the information with, we absolutely would love it. The Pekarik family is a good, good local family. We've been involved in 4-H with them, and Peyton's brother is in Henry's class and actually works for us at our farm. And they're just, Jenny and Todd, the parents are just sweet as can be, and they have then there's another sister in there too. So
the SKU is FS 533. And it's $262.
And that one is called
Petite Fill in the Blank.
Yes. And again, some of these are free patterns, so that those of you who are liking what you're seeing, you can always come back and make one of these quilts later. But at the moment, you can enjoy. This is another fill in the blank. So this is also fill in the blank. And yes. In fact, let's show this. This is actually kind of interesting. So this is very subtle. And here, let me show you this. Let's go next to it. They're both called fill in the blank. So Goldie, here we're holding them up side by side. Look how the exact same pattern can look so different as well. And so very, very fun quilts to make. Did you find that one, Virginia? Well, we'll come back to it. We'll find it. It's fill in the blank, and I can Google it real quick here and tell you.
This one is Rainbow of Jewels Scrapbox Squares, and this SKU is FS539, and it's $458.
And the second quote we were showing there a minute ago is actually, it says square in the middle, and it's $228. Oh, you did the jewels.
This is China Star, and the SKU for it is FS545, yeah, and the price is $145.
And this one is actually hand quilted. I had a friend come up here so they can see the hand quilting on it. I had a friend help me do some simple hand quilting on it and just finish it off, and it just is lovely. Let's come down here so I can see the border a little bit. There you go, you can see, but that is all hand quilted. Oh, you show the back of it? The back of it is just a muslin, but you can see the pretty hand quilting on the back as well, along with a couple of threads. No quilt is complete without threads that we can carry along with us.
This is Stella Bohemian Stripes, and the SKU for this is FS516, and it's $435.
You keep going, girls. I've got to try to answer a couple questions here for people online. And so show the quilts.
This one comes as a set. It's 2 pillowcases.
It's called You Are Loved, and we do not send the pillow forms with. Turn the little, he's so cute. Look at that little face. So that one goes that way. And a pretty little bird, 15 inches square for the bird and like 15.5 by 11.5 for the little sheep.
The SKU for that is FS630. They're $50.
Those cute. And they have cuddle on the back. So the next quilt is an antique quilt. Several years ago, I'm gonna come stand out here for a second. Several years ago, we were having a discussion at the house about how would everybody know what quilts were important. And so I have been trying to either, I'm gonna say, get a few less quilts so that we have the quilts that are important to come to the top. And over the years, I have had the opportunity to purchase many antique quilts, which is awesome, but they don't have the personal meaning that the quilts have that my grandmother made or that the girls have made. And so I no longer need all of these. So I've added several antique quilts from my personal collection, also to the sale in hopes that we can raise even more money for Peyton. This one was one I purchased when I was working at Meredith Corporation. It was originally featured in a quilt book from Better Homes and Gardens. I believe it was actually the American Patchwork and Quilting book. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the book it came out of. And so this is an antique quilt, and you girls can show the whole thing.
This SKU is FS618, and it's $592.
And then show the back and of that. So it's got beautiful hand quilting. And for all of you quilters out there, I just have to show you, when you get worried about perfection, let me see here. Goldie, can you help me so I can hold this up? Let's get one block of 5, like kind of a block here straight. There we go. All right, let's get it up here. Okay, now, I want you to look. Let's start with this block. Okay, did you not, when we held that quilt up, did you not go, oh, that quilt is beautiful? But let's look at the quilt. It is so inconsistent of size. These are not all the same size. Points are chopped off. That one's even quite a bit smaller down here. And yet it is still a beautiful quilt. So never ever be so critical of yourself to know that some of our best antique quilts are not perfect at the end of the day either.
This one is called Woven Treasures, and the SKU for it is FS501, and it's $270. The SKU for this, or the name of this one is Winter's Wool Solar Flare, and the SKU for it is FS522, and it's $475.
Does anybody remember the price of the flannel quilt, the flannel snowman quilt off the top of their head?
It's called Snowbird.
It's called Snowbird? Got it. Thank you. Got it. There it is.
This is Urban Farmhouse. Urban Farmhouse? No, that's not that one. Mom, what's this one called?
That one isn't it With These Hands? Is it called With These?
Yeah, With These Hands.
With These Hands.
With These Hands, FS520, and it's $518.
And just for those of you who can't see or did not see this fabric collection when it was in the store, it is got a kind of a vintage sewing theme. So let's show up here, right here at the top, so I can show the scissors. And so you can see that there's like a scissors, and it says fine sewing machine in here, the dress form, an old sewing machine. So it does have a sewing vibe to it. Okay.
That's Pale Magic. The SKU for this one is FS548, and it's $184.
Melissa has a great question. Melissa is asking what defines an antique quilt? And so did you give the FS number on this?
FS529, and it's $174.
Very good. Why don't you grab another antique quilt? So I would define an antique quilt at this point of being something that is 1930s and older. I have several quilts like this one that are of that vintage 1930s. I don't know what a true historian would say is antique, but the yellow and white one I showed you earlier was probably late 1800s, very early 1900s based on the fabrics that were in there. This one is more like, I'm going to say 1930s, might have a little 1940s fabric in, so it could be a little bit newer by doing 1940s. And this one has prairie points for the edges, and then you can see the beautiful hand quilting. Yes, come forward with that. That would be, you can see the beautiful hand quilting in each of the blocks. It does have a pocket sleeve at the top to be able to hang it if it needed to be hung. And then the prairie points are here on the edge instead of binding.
The SKU for that one was FS623, and it's $576.
Here's another antique quilt. Several of these were featured in American Patchwork and Quilting magazine. If some of you don't know, that is where I got my start in the quilt world as far as professionally. And so several of these quilts did come from opportunity that I had to purchase them from the magazine. And so again, beautiful hand quilting. Come a little closer, Goldie. Let's see if we can just tilt it just a little bit to see if the quilting.
The SKU of that one is FS.
Very sorry, Virginia. That was Goldie back. They keep switching on me.
$512.
Did anybody catch that? They're switching on me, and I didn't realize that. I was looking at the hair, the top of the head, and didn't pay attention. All right, here is another antique quilt. Now, this one I would definitely say is 1800s, late 1800s, again, based on the fabrics that are in this. A whirligig pattern that it has, but defined by the blue fabrics that are in it. So it's hand quilted as well. And a SKU number?
The SKU of this one is FS617, $588.
Very good. And I'm gonna try, let's see here if I can. But keep the questions coming and the comments coming. You guys are doing great being able to keep asking us all of these questions. It's wonderful. And I'm trying to go back and forth again to find them.
This one is FS532, and it's $578.
And what a great Christmas quilt. This is Christmas and winter. There are candy canes. Yeah, it's got light bulbs. Come this way. I think you can see it, Virginia. Let's see if we can tilt it. Yes. Oh, not so far. Or not quite so far. There you go. You can see all the light string of lights. That's what I'm trying to say. And it does have. Let me just show them the fabric real quick. It's got cute snowmen, candy canes. It is a super cute quilt. Okay, and all right, this is another antique quilt, and what a charming quilt, literally, because it is full of little squares, lots and lots of piecing in this. It's very graphic, very fun to have. It has both the solids, and again, I'm gonna say this has gotta be 1930s, maybe into the 40s, depending on the actual fabrics, but even for those people who like historically, like this green would be considered like a Nile green from the 1930s. But it is, again, hand quilted and lots of great fabrics in that.
The SKU of this one is FS619, and it's $704.
And I love it. Some of you are trying to help answer questions, and please, we'll take any help we can get tonight because we're short-handed. All right, we've got Table Runner. Did you give the SKU?
No, I'm trying to find it.
That is, oh goodness, that a 7-layer salad.
Yeah, I can't find it under the S.
So it must be, is it patriotic? Come this way a little bit, Virginia, and they can see it because we're gonna have to keep up and turn it around. Show on the back.
You're gonna have to find that SKU.
All right, we'll lay it over here and we'll come back and find it after a bit. Okay, keep moving to the next one. Let's go. All right, so several years ago, we did Crafty Girl Camp. And we had Stephanie actually made the store sample if Stephanie happens to be watching. And there is one block that's turned. We'll tell you that right now. And you know what? That's what makes the charm of the quilt. So if you happen to see it there in the corner, but it is a great quilt that some young girl would probably really love because it's bright and cheery.
The SKU of this one is 5FS543, and it's $364.
All right, that is just a little.
Do you know what the name of it is, Mom?
No, I don't at the moment, so come back to that. Go to the next one. Because we've got quite a few to go through yet. All right, I love you to the moon and back. This is To the Moon. Look for To the Moon. And a favorite saying that I know a lot of grandmas love to say. And what is the
SKU of it is FS551, and it's $174.
And it is a panel in the middle, and it's got some pretty star and kind of moon quilting on the back. It come up a little bit closer. Oh, okay, that's plenty. And then I gotta just show you even this cute little fabric. It says, you know, star shine, star, love you to the moon and back. Anyway, super cute quilt. Great to make a baby quilt. All right, we've got, this is another red work panel using a pattern.
The SKU is FS553, and it's $207.
Right, next one.
This one is called Baby Panda Confetti Cake. The SKU for it is FS517, and it's $270.
And it's 52 inches square, and Goldie, what is on the back?
Cuddle.
Cuddle. And if you've never used cuddle on the back of a quilt for a child, once you start, you'll come this way and let's show them the pretty quilting because you can't quite see it. You'll never turn back because it is, first of all, it's so soft. If this could be touch TV, we would, you know, scratch and touch. It would be awesome. But you can also see the quilting really well.
This one's called Between Friends, and the SKU for it is FS513, and it's $418.
It's 58 by 72 inches, and it is quilted in an edge-to-edge design with bubbles all over it. So come on up here and let's show those bubbles. You can show the back. The back is, this would be a great quilt for a boy, and you can see even on the back, the circles all start to come out. Very fun.
This is the All Iowa Shop Top from last year. It's a table runner, and it's FS579, and it's $34.50. This one is number 2, Pink and Brown Dandy Candy. The SKU for it is FS574, and it's $43.20.
Here's another Dandy Candy, and it is in 1930s vintage fabrics.
This is FS577, and it's $17.10.
Yep, barbecue.
This is Peace, Love, and Barbecue Cha Cha Cha. It's FS550, and it's $51.50.
I thought that one sold, did it not?
Oh, it's a different.
The other one sold? All right, we had a couple of different message board.
Message board joy panel. Joy. This one is FS604, and it's $207.
You can come forward, Goldie, because you can see, keep coming, and stop. And so then you can see the mittens, and there's stockings, like they're hung, and just very pretty quilting to it as well. Great Christmas decoration. Will be ready for Christmas.
This one is Poppy Toast Points. The SKU for it is FS515, and it's $47.90.
That would look good on somebody's table right now, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. This is called Urban Farmhouse Interwoven Star, and it's FS505, and this price of it is $592.
It's 77 inches square. It is a stunning quilt. It is absolutely a stunning quilt. And if those of you that are in the store know, this one went extremely fast. The quilting is beautiful. Come up a little closer so we can see the pretty floral design. There you go. You can see it now. Turn it and show the back. Or show part of it. And it's a very pretty script. Yeah. We're getting a mound of quilts over here. Oh, now we're down to a little tree.
This is tree pin keep wool, and it's FS581, and it's $30.
And that is a wool, and it stands. Can we show them how it stands? There you go. Make it stand on your hand. There you go. So Goldie can balance it on her hand. That works well. Good job, Goldie. Okay, next one.
Yep. This is called Spring Goose, and the SKU for it is FS555, and it's $41.60.
That one is triplets. The triplet, because there's two of them. There's two.
What was it called?
I'll look for it. We're getting down to the bottom, but we still have some on the walls. Triplet, let's see. That was cotton shot triplets. $256.50. Cotton shot triplets. And that one is melon, teal and melon.
This SKU is FS525, and it's $257.
Isn't that pretty? And come up closer because the quilting, again, always fun to see the quilting. And this fabric looks like it is like torn denim, but it's not. It actually is just a cotton that has that look, but you can see the very pretty quilting. What's that?
Is it the collection?
Yes.
Okay, this is Gratitude and Grace Desert Stars. The SKU is FS615, and it's $49.20.
That's a Kim Deal collection. Okay. Very pretty, just quilted nice straight lines.
This one is Fall Pumpkin, and it's FS575, and it's $33.30.
That was stitched by Grandma, by my mom. So cute. That's a cute one. We've actually done that a couple times. It's so cute. All right, now these are just very simple table runners. This one does not have any batting in it, nor does it have any binding.
This is
It's just turned inside out.
Runner, and it's FS578, and it's $43.70.
And this is bring it over here so we can see. Quilter's Coordinate Rail Romp. This is a peace tree pattern, which is the person we're going to be interviewing during our creative conversation on Wednesday night. And this is cute. You can see it's 9 by 35 inches, and show the back of it too. And you can see the very pretty quilting on that. I love that particular little pattern. It looks almost like little olive sprigs or something. And did you see that one? What was it? Quilter's
Coordinate.
Quilter's Coordinate.
Found it.
All right.
It's FS612, and it's $31.50. This one is called Crisscross Applesauce Tapestry, and the SKU is FS602, and it's $85.
we doing there, girls? I'm trying to answer a couple more questions. This was from our feathered friends. And, okay, well, that's all right. We've got a couple that we don't know the names of. We can come back to that one. Chain links, is it chain? No. I'll have to come back and find that one. Okay? Keep going, because we still got more to go. Do you want me to take a break and do the walls while you get those organized? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to go on a little tour. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to try to not make anybody dizzy. Okay, all the quilts that are hanging in the retreat center, which is where we are also part of the sale. Now, I do not have all of these. Are you going to follow me along?
Yep.
Okay, this is Donut Envy.
This is FS563, and it's $389.
Goldie Virginia made this one, didn't you? Or just Goldie? I can't remember how that. Is that Goldie? Can you go up there and flip it and show the back? What's on the back? Oh, a very pretty vine. Okay. All right. Let's move over to the next one.
This is Blue Through the Vine. This SKU is FS561, and it's $507.
And it would be, I would say, a very nice lap, like a throw. I don't know that it's quite long enough to be a twin. And this one is just a vibrant quilt here to look at.
The SKU is FS560, and it's $514.
And the pattern is Nova from GE Designs, and the fabric is all from In the Beginning. Okay. Classic blue and white.
The SKU for this one is FS556, and it's $490.
All right. Well, we might have to go, but okay. So this one.
Oh, here. FS559, and it's $469.
And what is the name of that one?
Sugar Sand Beach.
Yes, and that one is custom quilted with circles. It's very, very pretty. Can you flip the back of that at all? I can't remember what's on the back of that one. Oh, very nice, pretty blue. You can really see the quilting on the back of that. It's gorgeous. Okay, then I'm going to go, which way? I'm going this way. All right, and what do we have over here? Schoolhouse.
FS562, and it's $473.
And if you wonder, there is a piece of batting at the top that was hanging there for a design wall, so it's not part of the quilt. All right, this one. Where is a pigs in a blanket?
Purple and green floral. FS557, and it's $776.
That one would fit a double bed, I do believe. Okay, and sorry, get all of our boxes. These take up a lot of space. That's why
This is Corey Dantini Halloween, and it's FS565, and it's $294.
And last, over here on the walls, Shout It Out. It's actually called that.
FS564, and it's $528.
And how about the back of that? Can we see what that one looks like? It's rainbow, or it's called Shout It. The pattern's called Shout It Out. Ooh, and that has a very pretty teal on the back. How about this Halloween one? What does it have on the back? Ooh, nice. That's a nice soft orange there. So, okay, now I'm going to try to get back over here. All right, and we're going to go. And for any of you that do not know, this is our retreat center where we can create and sleep 24/7. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying not to get you all dizzy as I set the camera back down. And This is our retreat center, and we love having quilters come. It is open and available for rental 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Weekends go first. Some of you are figuring out that renting during the week is pretty good stuff, because then you get to have your weekends at home and still be creative. It's awesome. We love having you all come for the retreat center as well. All right, so we've got a few last quilts before we do door prizes.
This one is USA bow ties, and
this is an antique quilt. Again, I would look at the era of the quilt and say that by the choice of fabrics that we're probably talking late 1800s, early 1900s. How much is there? What's the?
This SKU is FS622, and it's $774.
And you can see some of those prints that are in there. Okay, throw that over on the mound. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow, is folding quilts. Okay, what's next? As we bear with us as we're trying to get through all of these quilts and show you, like I said, when we started, we had 81 items, and love the opportunity to find those 81 people where these quilts could have a good home and be able to help Peyton. If we sold everything, we'd have the potential of raising $25,000, and I think that is pretty darn amazing. And so, of course, there's one of each. So once they're gone, they're gone. So if there's one in particular that you're thinking you like, I certainly would suggest buying it sooner than later. Come forward a little bit, Goldie. And you can see that pretty quilting on the back of that one as well.
Can't find the SKU of this one.
Can't find the SKU? All right. Well, there's a couple that... There's always those one or two quilts. You know how this goes, that we can't find. How about that one? Can you find that one?
We gave the wrong SKU to the wrong quilt.
Oh, well, we can figure that out. This is another quilt that I acquired when I was at Meredith Corporation, and just not one that we use. And so I figured this one I would call a twin bed quilt. It's a 9-patch there in the middle. All right. Can you get it all the way? It's a beautiful.
Okay, so I think the SKU of this one is FS619, and it's $704. And I think we said it. Oh wait, maybe not.
I think you're okay. Very pretty fabric on the back of that as well. Okay, so we've got that. All right. We've got a little pillow.
FS593, and it's $40.
All right, how many do we have? We're pretty much down to the end here, aren't we?
Yeah, 2 more.
Okay. All right, well, Goldie and Virginia show these last couple. I'm going to draw names for all of you, so I'm going to, if you have one last chance to put a comment in as I walk over to the computer while they give the last couple quilts.
FS594, and it's $30. Snow crystals. This one is called Snow Crystals Unfinished Store Sample. So it's just the top. It's not quilted or bound. It's just the top of it. And it's the SKU of it is FS558, and it's $80.
All right. Did we make it through? Yep. I think we got it through. Can you believe an hour is already up? And so if there's anything that I can say right now is that if there was anything I could do to help Peyton, of course, we'd all just wish her to not have the cancer. And so this to me is a small thing that we can do, and hope that the benefits of us selling all of these quilts and being able to do that is going to be helpful to their family. If you haven't listened to her and the interview she and I did, they have to go to Iowa City for the treatments, and they have probably another 8 to 10 months. That's a 2-hour one-way trip, and her mom has to stay in a hotel because of the way things are, the way she was checked in, all the particulars. So they have hotel bills, and even if you have good insurance, it doesn't cover things like that. And so I know every dollar is going to be put to good use for them, and hope that we can help alleviate any extra stress during this, what I can't fathom is a very stressful time. And I think any of us who have known somebody that has cancer, you just wish you could do more to help them. So I thank you in advance. Again, whether you're sharing this post, telling somebody about what we're doing, whether you're buying a quilt, all of those kinds of things, thank you very much for helping us raise this money for her. So that is awesome. Okay, we've got 5 winners, and come on over. You want to come over? We've got a little bit of a patriotic theme going here tonight, don't we? So a lovely bundle of red and blue batiks. There we go. And that is going to go to Lois Berg. Awesome. Okay, what do we got next?
Needle case.
A magnetic needle case. And that is going to Sherry Perry. Okay. Awesome. And if for some reason you don't think we have your address, be sure to send an email to info@henandchickstudio.com and make sure we get your address. Debbie Breimeyer. Awesome. And that is also a magnetic needle case, right? And Laura Peacock is also going to get a magnetic needle case. Awesome. And one last prize is a very patriotic bag appropriate to give away today. And that is going to Gloria Rishas. So thank you everybody for all of your comments and making it fun. And sorry we couldn't, for some reason our screen froze in those first few minutes, and so it never changed during the entire hour. So that's why we had to keep going back and forth to the computer. But always appreciate your grace as we deal with the technology of being live on Facebook. So if you want to learn more about Peyton and want to help us with any of the quilts, go to henandchickstudio.com/power4payton, POWERFORPAYTON, and that link is in the top, and we'll also put it, send it out in other ways as well. But thank you. Happy 4th of July, and let's get some more money for Peyton.